Right, morning and welcome to day 4 of a Pennine Way trip. We're in Hebden Bridge, and got a couple of miles along the canal before we join the trail again. And I was ringing round the possible B&Bs to stop at later on. And I managed to find another 4. One of them included from Dufton on the 12th, which was pretty rare, but I got a place in Bolton, and I stayed there before when I did that 1200 mile charity walk. So I've got a taxi to pick me up in Dufton, and the landlord's going to drop me back there the next morning. So our plan for the next few days is Haworth tonight. It's drizzling, isn't it? Oh heck. I'm going to have to put my waterproofs on. Right, Haworth tonight, then 5 days of camping because I couldn't find anywhere else. 7 days under a roof, and then that's another 3 days, and then we're in. Or is that another 2 nights camping? Right, alright then, I'll get off. Cheers. Right, so I've just passed, what was that, Scamerton Farm, the top of the first hill, and you can see the next hill I've got to climb. I'm glad the weather's holding off, although I've got full waterproofs on now, and I've taken that windproof off. I thought that would be a better solution than the hoodie that I was wearing yesterday, which was wet through with sweat by the time I got to Hebden Bridge. Well, that just in 2 miles was equally wet. So I thought, right, put in a plastic bag, put it in my bag, get my waterproofs on, and see how we get on. And my feet are wet through, but they're drying, you know, with the heat. You'll know if you've worn technical socks and trail shoes. Your feet are wet for 1 minute, and then 5 minutes later you can feel them heating up. So yeah, we're okay, doing all right. I think I've got the worst climb out of the way, as that was really steep on the switchbacks there. I don't know how on earth they get on, because they're doing the full start to finish, starting on the 15th of June, the Pennine Spine race. Yeah, I was hearing a couple of details the other day from this lad we met at we met in Crowden. It's a 4-figure sum to enter, which will be swallowed up with admin and hiring medical staff and food, and hiring the checkpoints, buildings. Yeah, I don't suppose the guys are in it for the profit. I know I wouldn't do it. I'm nowhere near fit enough. If I could keep going for 5 days solid, I think do you have 6? I think you've got 6 days, but I just couldn't. I'd be hallucinating and falling asleep. So yeah, and those first 2 days, didn't enjoy that, must admit. But we're getting into Haworth country today, so all of you, is it Jane Austen or the Brontes? Crikey, I can never remember. Bronte sisters, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah. at Haworth for the museum there. Yeah. Right. Let's have a look in the valley there. Yeah, you're getting it. It's just low-lying clouds, isn't it? Right. I think it's time to break out the bacon sarnie. All right. Cheers. Right, that was wet and windy coming across the moors there. Yeah, and the harder the wind, the more it blows. You get a kind of capillary action through your jacket, and no matter how much you've proofed it, you can still feel it wet, unless it's unless that's my sweat, which has made my merino wool top wet through. I can feel that. So yeah, getting a bit cold. But if I put my other top on, of course, that would just be wet through and soggy right now, and kind of defeating the object. Oh, look at this old path I've got to go up. I've just come down a similar one on the other side of this stream, and frightened to death they were all wet through and I'd slipped, but still upright, still going. Just had the second half of my first bacon sandwich, got the other one in my other pocket for a bit later on. Lovely landlady, very quirky little house that she and her partner run. It's right at the end of a terrace, but it's not a terrace as you would think, that was with square faces, and it's more triangular, so that the bathroom, I was on the same floor as the bathroom, and just a couple of rooms downstairs, then my room was on the next floor with a bathroom, and then the toilet on the next floor with another guest room, and so on and so on. Yeah, that's how narrow it was, but she's decorated it very authentically in in the Victorian era when it was made, very sympathetically. That's the right word. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad the wind and rain have gone. Hope that's not commentator's curse. Yeah, so I've done first 5 miles in 2 hours. Not too bad considering the hills. Where are we? Carry on. Oh dear. Right. Do I go straight on or up and let's have a look. Looking for the Pennine Way. Here we are, look. On the post. Oh yeah, that's the Pennine, that's the Calderdale Metropolitan District Council. I crack on along here. I love it when the sheep stop and think, oh, farmer's here with some extra food. No, sorry girls. Keep eating the green stuff. You'll be alright. Right, I'll put it away. Let's give it a whirl. Let's let you have a look around first. See what you're missing. Yeah, so we've come down. You can see the line of telegraph poles. We'll come sort of, yeah, down to that house and then down here and back up. Yeah. Alright then. Right, so I made it to Heathcliff's house. in Wuthering Heights. Although that big plaque up there, where we go? This farmhouse has been associated with Wuthering Heights, the Earnshaw home in Emily Bronte's novel. Then it says the buildings, even when complete, bore no resemblance to the house she described. I see. Somebody trying to sell it cheap, saying, oh, this is Heathcliff's house. No, it ain't. So yeah, the heavens have opened again. Anyway, yeah, it's a bit windy, a bit wet, but we're cracking on. We're nearly at 10 miles, so I think that's only another 5, maybe 6 to go. No, it's only 14 total today. Oh, bargain. Oh, was that, oh, hang on. Oh, was that just a Pondham Mill? I was going to camp at Pondham Mill and then I got a B&B at, hang on, she's off again. Yeah, 3 hours 47 for 10 miles. Yeah, so it might be 16. Yeah, because I was going to camp at Pondham Mill on by the reservoir there, but the fewer days I can manage, well, it's not under canvas, but in a tent, the better. Oh look, that big yellow thing's making an appearance. I wonder where that's been. Oh, it just drains you when it's raining, and the wind as well. Yeah. I seem to be, feels like I'm wetter on the inside than the outside. Anyway, I'll just give you a last look at the moors, and then I'll put it away because I don't like having this out when it's wet. Okay. Ah, there you go. There's a Bronte Church. No, Haworth Church, not the Bronte Church. Is that the old schoolroom? Yeah. So we've just got to go down to the pub for tonight's rest. Yeah, it's only, I haven't done so bad. 8 o'clock kick-off. Got here by, let's have a look, 1:15. It's probably packed with tourists, even though it's raining. Well, it's not raining now, but even though it's wet, should I say. No, it isn't. Yeah. One of the best preserved villages going, so they reckon. Yeah, that's about it. Right. Okay. Don't want to be videoing the tourists, really. I'm sure they won't appreciate it. Right. Chat to you later. And welcome to day 5 on the Pennine Way walk. Yeah, a bit of hill climbing to start off with. And you might, the astute amongst you will notice that this isn't Haworth. This is actually the Pondham Mill reservoir, where I should have been camping last night, but I hang on, just negotiate these rocks. A bit windy this morning. Yeah, so I should have been staying at the Pond and Mill Reservoir campsite last night, and instead, because it was raining, I thought crack on to Haworth, and I managed to get myself a room in the pub. So yeah, and dry out all my kit, which was the most important thing. And then I've done it again. I should have been staying in Thornton in Craven at another campsite. Oh, it's a bit windy tonight, but oh dear, out of breath here. Sorry. Right, try again. Yeah, I should have been staying at Thornton in Craven campsite, but I didn't know what it were going to be like today. Oh. So I thought I'd push on to Gargrave. I've got an Airbnb tonight, but then it's only a short, which means it's only going to be a short day tomorrow to Malham, and then from Malham it's Horton in Ribblesdale, and then Hawes, and then Keld, and I haven't got a B&B for either of those. Right, I'm just going to stop this now because I've got to climb this wall. Chat to you soon. Right, so that's the top of Keighley Moor. Yeah, a bit steep coming up there, and a bit slow. We've dropped down to 2.5 miles an hour, but I've only got 15, maximum of 16 today into Gargrave, all being well. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, I've added some of tomorrow's mileage on today. So today should have been about 12 or 13 up to Thornton in Craven, but we've dragged it on another 4 or 5 miles. Anyway, let me give you a 360 on this one. Yeah, if that wind had dropped, we'd be alright, it'd be a lovely day. It is a lovely day, but yeah, a bit cold in that wind. Right, so much for the weather report. Oh, I'll tell you what, these flagstones are lifesavers. I don't know how they used to do it, because this path has been open, this national trail has been open for 50 years. So, but that's the 70s. Oh, did Wainwright? He might even have opened it a little bit sooner. But crikey, they must have been wading waist deep in some of these bogs. Yeah. But yeah, I'm trying my best to get as much shelter as I can. And of course we've all got 2020 hindsight. If I'd have upped my game, or forward planning, and booked a few more places, yeah, things would have been a lot better. Anyway, we're here now. So I've only got, yeah, I keep repeating myself, don't I? 3 nights under canvas. Yeah, Malham, Horton, Ribblesdale, pause, Kel, no, 4 nights. Yeah. Ah, there's another guy, look. Looks like he's doing it north to south. I suppose it's 6 of one, half a dozen of other, isn't it? You get rises coming one way and drops the other. And then the reverse. Right, I'm going to put this away now. Cheers. Right, I've just come past mile 6 and the village of, if I get the pronunciation right, Iconshaw. I thought there might be a cup of tea there, but no chance. Anyway, it's 11 o'clock now, so we've only got, I think, 9 miles to go. And that's taken me, crikey, yeah, set off about 8:30, I think, 8:30, 8:45-ish. So I've been going a good 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours, 10, 2:20. But I just thought I'd show you the landscape. Now, if that wind would drop, it'd be a beautiful day. But it's just getting a little bit annoying. Still, can't have everything. So it's got to be down into the valley and up that beast over there, which doesn't look much in the perspective of the camera, but yeah, expect it's going to be a slow drag up the side of that. Right, alright then, I'll film a bit more later. Well, it really is windy now, and when I was in Ribblesdale, it started hailstoning, and I thought that was it for the day, and so I put all my full waterproofs on, only 20 minutes later to take them off because it was too hot. So yeah, and now back over Thornton Moor there, I just put my jacket back on because it was just too windy and cold. I don't know, but I just thought I'd get my camera out now just to show you the views. I can't, I know we're coming up to Three Peaks country, but I couldn't begin to tell you which one was which. I mean, I can see a plateau off to my right. I don't think you guys can see it on there. It's the furthest one away. Crikey. Ingleborough? I don't know. Yeah, I'm only, I've passed mile 9, so I've only got 6 to go. And it's 12:30, so another 2.5 hours. Yeah, I should be getting there about 3 o'clock. That'll do me. Not much more to tell you really. Ah, there's no that way. Yeah, okay then. Right, so we're only about 2, maybe 3 miles out from Gargrave now. I just thought I'd take a little clip of this, of the canal. Very nice. I don't think it stays along the canal. I think it goes into East Martin. You could, I suppose, stay on the canal to get into Gargrave, but I'd have to have a look on the map. So yeah, not a great deal to tell you. It's just met an old couple there They're doing the joggle, John O'Groats to Land's End, taking 3 months to do it. And they were telling me they stopped at Hawes the other day, very nice campsite, and then at Horton in Ribblesdale they weren't happy, and they weren't very friendly in the pub. So yeah, I don't know. Why would you get into the hospitality business and then, even if it's something as common as working in a bar, and then be miserable to people and give them a bad impression? It's yeah, it should be a wake-up call to get another job in a different profession. Still, can't have everything. I've just been looking at the weather, and the forecast has eased off a bit from a bad day. This is for Friday the 7th. As tomorrow I've only a short day. As I said, I've taken some of tomorrow's mileage and put it on today, so it's only going to be a very short day tomorrow. So I don't have to rush tomorrow morning. But I must stock up on. I'm going to have to stock up on food, just sandwiches and maybe a few pot noodles or what have you, just something to get me by. And I've only to last. But I know I can get something at Keld, at Rookin's Farm, because I've stayed there before when I did the coast to coast, and they were very nice, apart from the midges. But I think that's got to be because there was a lot of stagnant water. So yeah. So just to recap, Gargrave tonight, and then in an Airbnb, and then tomorrow is Malham campsite, then Horton in Ribblesdale, and if it is raining all day, I'm going to bypass Pennine. I'm not scrambling up wet rocks just to get to a peak to come back down again when I can just take a shortcut. I've been up Pennine half a dozen times. It's yeah, it's alright, but I'm not going to risk an accident going up there. Anyway, then it's Horton in Ribblesdale, then Hawes, then Keld, and then the next one is Bowes, and I've booked a pub. And then for the next 7 nights, I'm under a roof of varying descriptions. So it's all good. And then I've got a couple of nights, I'm camping again for a couple of nights. And have I got somewhere in Bellingham? Can't remember, I'll have to have a look on my books and my records. And then it's hut 1 or hut 2, but I've been advised not to camp, not to wild camp at Windy Gill, but to either go for hut 1, which is not too far from Bearness, or if I can, make it to hut 2, and then it's just a short hop the next morning to Kirkyethholm. Right. Oh, I love the dappled sunlight when it gets like this. Really makes the green pop out. Right, chat to you soon. Morning, and welcome to Gargrave on day 6 of the Pennine Way. Few changes, route changes to tell you about. Namely, I won't be stopping at Malham tonight because I've booked a campsite in Stainforth, because Friday is going to be pretty bad. because Friday is going to be pretty bad with the weather. No matter which way I go, I've decided to go around Horton in Ribblesdale and yeah, so up to Malham and then over to Stainforth, campsite there tonight, and then tomorrow night, the bad night, that I didn't want to be camping in Horton in Ribblesdale. Sorry to pick a day when the gardener's out. Yeah, tomorrow night is going to be Sellside. I've got a B&B in Sellside, and then from there it's just a short hop back onto the Pennine Way at High Berkowith and up to Hawes and carry on. So is it cheating? I don't know, I'm not bothered. It's technically I've gone off route, but at this point I really don't care, as long as I stay dry. I just didn't fancy camping in crap conditions really, and I really didn't fancy climbing Horton in Ribblesdale, climbing wet rocks on Friday. So I mean, what's the point? With a pack on your back you're more likely to do yourself damage. So yeah, anyway, we're en route now and left over the bridge and away. Right, I'll film a bit more later then. Right, it's getting a little bit hotter now, that's good. And we've passed the mile 5 mark for today, so we're coming into a little village called Hanlith, and I've been through here a few times on some of the Punk Panther Ultras, and it's a short, sharp climb up through the village. Yeah, but it is what it is. At least it's, and my feet, at least my feet are drying out, because the grass was very wet this morning, and yeah, shoes are wet, socks are wet, bottoms of my trousers, but it is what it is. I'll just give you, just turn it round, see what it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, another mile and a half or so into Malham, have a cup of tea and a sandwich if I can get one, and crack on then. It's up and around there. I don't think it's around the town, it's just up and around the cove, so I've got to climb up those rocks, those limestone rocks, or across them rather, and then it's left on the Dales Highway, if you've ever done that. That should be fun. Bit more of a recce for 6th and 7th of July. Right. Okay then. See you in a bit. Right, so there it is, Malham Cove, and yeah, and it's only 7¼ miles from where I was stopping last night. So to stop here in Malham wouldn't have made any sense really. So it's only about another 7½, 8 miles to Stainforth, and yeah, that'd make a good, I think it's just gone 10 now, so another 2-3 hours, that'll be all right. Enjoy the day, enjoy the scenery. Where are we? Da 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 dee. Yeah, some of these gates have been a bit narrow when you're wearing a pack, but I don't suppose they were built with. Where on earth is a flipping? I can't see a. Oh heck, I hope I don't have to go up that side of that. I think there's steps at the side, isn't there? Oh, I'm not going to enjoy this, am I? That's going to be fun trying to get up there. Oh dear. It's far too much energy.
I know, we've just done the whole loop around.
How do you get up up to the top there?
Yes.
Is there a set of steps?
Yes, there's a set. If you follow this path all around and you see where it kind of goes up there.
To the left?
Yeah, there's kind of stairs that go up.
Oh,
is
it that brown?
Yeah, that brown bit there, and it weaves all the way down. So you can go to the top of there and then go off from there.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, oh no, there's no way I can get up by that wall over there.
So there is
no chance.
There is another route that you can go up and then off like Garscale, up that bit there, and then around.
Yeah.
You can just go up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
If you need to.
Nice one. All right, thank you. Nice to chat to other people along the way. I just met some two groups of. They must have been doing a Duke of Edinburgh scheme. You know, there was where they send them off on packs with route marching and not route marching, but route finding. Yeah, one was in the village of Hanlith, and the poor girl had a map case and an A4 size map folded up there with a compass underneath the plastic. And she's saying, well, where am I now then? I said, well, this is the village of Hanlith and we're trying to find it on the map. And I went, just a minute. Can you just move your compass to the left? Moves going, there you go, it's round underneath the compass. Oh, yes, lovely. Oh dear. Yeah. I tried to persuade them to get the OS Maps app on their phone, but apparently you're not allowed. You've got to do it map and compass. That's fair enough. And I cheat, I use a GPS watch, and I've got the route also on my phone on OS Maps app. And in emergency, I've got two maps to back it up. Yeah, okay. Never been up this way before. Been around it, been around the left-hand side up the Cove Road there, and that is one steep climb up there. This won't be fun up these steps though. Right. Okay then. That'll do now. Yeah. Right, chat to you soon. Right, I just thought I'd get that out the camera and show you where I'm going in 4 weeks' time. You can just see that plateau in centre of shot, and that's Ingleborough, which means if I'm right, that centre of shot is Pennine, I think. It's either that or Whernside. Oh, but it's windy now, really is. So yeah, not quite jacket on time, as this top is, I can feel it, it's a little bit wet. So there's no point putting a jacket on over that. Now then, are we over at Styles or carry on this? I think we're carrying on this bridle path, aren't we? This little road. Oh, I don't mind telling you, coming up round Malham Cove, oh, that was tough. That really was. Yeah, took me, crikey, 29 minutes to get up that, for that mile. That's including the staircase. Yeah, and then negotiating the limestone pavement at the top. Yeah. So it's alright if you're a young man. Got the heart and lungs for it. Yeah, I seem to be struggling at the moment a bit. So, there's 10 kilos on my back, won't help, I suppose. Right. Yeah, well, not much to see on the left there. Yeah, if it weren't for that wind, I keep saying this over the last couple of days, but it's only a short trip tomorrow, about 9 miles, so I can, and there's a bar and restaurant where I'm staying tonight, so I've already booked my table at 6:30, so they might, fingers crossed, do breakfast. If not, I've got a couple of bars of chocolate to go at, and yeah, that'll be okay. Just to tide me on for a few miles. Yeah. Right. Okay then. Chat to you later. Right, we're through about 12.5 miles now. And I think you can just see the static caravans in the distance there. I think that's where I am tonight, a caravan and camping park. I know that's Settle off to the left there. In the valley, where else? Yeah, we've already picked out Ingleborough, and you can see Pennine, dead centre of shot there. Yeah, wind's dropped a bit. It's a lovely day. What else would you rather be doing? Go on, say it, not watching your videos. Yeah, I'll say it before you will. One of these days I'll get better image stability. But you can get it with gyroscopes, I suppose, but it's just another accessory to carry, isn't it? And it's got to be powered by a battery, so you have to carry a charger. So yeah. Oh, that'll be the Settle to... No. Sorry, I thought I could hear the Settle to Carlisle steam railway, but that's just Sunday's bonfire. Oh, dearie me. Do you know, you've got to laugh, haven't you? I don't know though. Unless that's just... unless it's a machine shop that I can hear. I don't know, listen. Yeah. Right, that'll do. I'll film a bit more. Oh, it is, I was right. You can see the steam there. Yeah, there you go, look. Hey! Not wrong with this hearing. Just yet. Right, okay then, that'll do.